Come on in the room. Okay. Come on in the room, y'all. What's going on? Sky Squad, we are back in the building. And y'all know what I've been thinking about? I was like, y'all, if y'all like the lives, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I always kind of wanted to do like a little midday radio show. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what if we do like a little midday meltdown on like Wednesdays and Thursdays and maybe Fridays? Yeah, that might be something. That might be something. Cause I was like, I mean, I like going live. And I feel like I like the little, the interaction that we have, you know what I'm saying, back and forth. So I'm just waiting on some more people to get into the room. While we are doing that, Dash says, I like that. Okay, okay. Hey, what's up, Mountain Kitty? Hey. Y'all like the lives? Okay. Where are y'all watching from? I see Roanoke, Virginia's in the building. And mind you, if you come in for the midday live, I mean the midday meltdown, we gonna acknowledge the guests. We're gonna have a little fun, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get to the tea. So bear with us as we greet the room, okay? As we greet the room. Who else is in here? I see y'all. Listen, if they let me play it on y'all, I got a upcoming. We could get away with doing that on a different platform, but I just got a proposal from another platform to do that. So we might have to do that, but we'll call that like the after party or something like that. The after shows, okay? Yeah, and we'll talk a little. For the midday meltdown, we'll do a couple of different stories. Entertainment news stories and stuff like that. Yes. Okay. Connecticut in the building. I just got Airbnb in Connecticut. I'm gonna have to tell you about my experience with Airbnb after on my other channel, like setting up an Airbnb. Woo! Okay. People make it seem so easy. It's a lot of work. We got our people in the building. Okay. I feel like everybody's in the building. Thank you so much for tuning in, tapping in. I see y'all from all over the place. I'm trying to highlight some as I go down the list. Thank you. Yes. Come on up in this room. Chat is zoo. Hey. I see y'all. Thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in. So let's get into the biz naive. We got 3 stories. I think this might be what you tagged me in. Okay. So I also had to dig deep into I saw the TikTok. Well, I actually saw it in an article on Urban Bell Mag, and we're gonna pull it up in just a second. But this first story is about Robin and Juan, but most specifically, some allegations. I'm thinking about that. Maybe if the only thing about call-ins is like, I don't, I can't control what people say. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know I don't like a lot of cursing and stuff like that on the channel. So I try to be like, real strict about that. So that's my only thing. But I think I'm gonna try to add some of those in, just as long as people be respectful. Because YouTube is really serious about the cursing thing. So and that's all I can say. Anyway, who offended said no calls. All right, let's get into it. All right, so I was looking at the news. Now, friends over at Urban Bell Mag, our friends over at the Kempire have also reported on this. And so I went to dig deep into the biz naive. And so I'm going to pull up the allegations that are being mentioned in the media right now. And so to do that, I'm going to pull up some clips from entertainment reporter Giorgio Says. Now, if you guys check the link in the description of this video. It will link you to Giorgio Says' YouTube page, where you will get a little bit more information and nitty gritty about this tea that we're about to get into. For our channel, because he's I can't pull up another YouTuber's channel, and I did want to make sure that we shouted him out over here. I want to just let you know where you can find it, and you can also find his TikToks. But here are a couple of TikToks screen grabs from the TikTok where he talks about what's going on. All right. So Giorgio Says is an entertainment reporter in the Maryland area who has received a tip from a woman who is alleging, let me put the alleged badge up here because we have to say all commentary is alleged because y'all know the people come after you. So this allegedly also is not the woman that Karen has alleged is also running the streets of Georgetown. Okay. This is not that same woman. This is someone else. This is someone who is claiming to have ended things with Juan in January of 2022. Okay. So they were allegedly dating during the panorama. All right. And this woman is saying that she was being flown in, okay, from some other place. She also alleges that Robin knew about this, but just asked her to keep quiet about it, okay, for the sake of the news and media outlets. And this woman shows screenshots, as you guys can see here. Giorgio has blocked out any and all information, but there's a hotel receipt that allegedly has Juan's information on it. I cannot see that, but that's what the allegations are. Again, this woman also showed pictures of her, I guess maybe at some type of salon in Potomac, but as far as I know, Robin does not live in Potomac, so I'm not sure how that stands up against, the reality of the situation. But she also has provided text messages that are allegedly from Juan as well. Now, what I will say is this, all right? To be fair, people can allege and say anything, right? And I think for a lot of us in this space, we get information from people a lot who want to, either spill some tea about something or do an interview about someone. So it's hard to always decipher and determine, what is real and what is not. All we can do is point to the information that's out there. And if Robin allegedly knew, then it is what it is. I think the issue for viewers is that there's this narrative that Robin is trying to paint of Karen as being fake, but viewers kind of feel like this whole situation with Robin and Juan has smelt kind of far-fetched for a very long time, right? It is not about a dislike of Robin as much as it is when we see a story on a show that doesn't quite ring true based on what we see on the show and what we hear on this show, then it does make a difference to the audience. Because I guarantee you, if these were any other everyday people, we really wouldn't care. But we do care from the perspective of this is a story that we are following, and we are oftentimes frustrated by the story. Now, again, this is not the lady that Karen is alleging that Juan has been spotted around Georgetown with, allegedly. Okay. This is someone else. Now, to get to the things that are kind of deep about this situation, this woman says that she stopped seeing him because allegedly she felt like he was a player, essentially. And something happened where someone who is a friend of his supposedly took her to the airport, or had came to the hotel room to take her to the airport, which I guess was by BWI. But I don't understand why, if the hotel was by BWI, why not just catch an Uber? And why are you traveling to all the way to the Maryland to hang out with someone that you know is in a situation ship, or whatever the case may be? I don't know. That's another question for another day. But this woman claims that the friend, who we don't know yet, but Giorgio says that the friend is followed by both, well, at least by Robin, that the friend got to the hotel to pick her up and then exposed him, and then tried to get her to do some things. And so she got fearful of that situation and she just never looked back. So that's what the accusations are. Again, Sydney says Karen must do the hoodoo. Robin laughs at Karen's tax issues. Next year she has tax issues. And now she comes after Karen Blue Eyes, and here we are. I mean, listen. Thank you for the super chat. We got another one from Be Blessed. Says, I just wish this came out before the reunion. Listen, a lot of things could be true. All right. Several things can be true. It is possible that he could have said to her, if this is true, like, hey, this is just for TV. Okay. The woman is alleging that Robin knew and didn't want it to come out. So there's that. I mean, could it be true? Possibly. Right. She could have been told that he was really single, or that it was all good. That could be true. Apparently, Giorgio kept the woman's name anonymous so that she would not be, kind of brought out in this situation. And initially the woman honestly didn't care about it. From what I hear from Giorgio, that the woman didn't really care about whether or not she was, her name got put out there or not. I don't know. What I do know is that's the story. Okay. Take that and do what you will with it. What I also will say is this. I think the other issue that we have is, one, that there was a scene in particular that played out in a previous season of the Real Housewives of Potomac where Juan was overheard on the hot mic saying something to the effect that he alludes to not really wanting to be in the situation. Do y'all remember that? I can't recall exactly what he said verbatim. So so there was that moment right there that I think sealed the deal for a lot of people in regards to what's real or true or not. Yeah, I mean, he I guess he did straight up say it. So there's that. There was Michael saying, well, why would he get married when he's already done that? You know, it was just there was been a lot of speculation and things that have gone on with regards to the situation that have been kind of like, some seems funny about it. Here's what I'll say, okay? All I know is that it's alleged by, and you guys, the video link is in the description, so you could watch it and you will get more details than I gave you. I'm just giving you guys the highlights, okay? Um, and of course, again, we say alleged because listen, we don't know if this is true or not, but this is what the story is. Okay. Um, at the end of the day, this is all popping up right after the marriage, has hit the airwaves. Okay. And they're going to be talking about it at the reunion. Here's what I'm going to say about this situation. If they like it, I love it. Okay. If they like it, I love it. If it's true, fine. Whatever makes these people happy. However, okay, what would be more interesting to me, okay, is if this situation, if the marriage isn't real, I would rather see the reality of what their situation is. I think that's far more interesting than what is being served to us, but that's just me. Okay. So there you go. Check that out at your leisure. We're going to move on real quick. Do y'all know who this young lady is? Do y'all what's in the cup? It's a medicine ball. Okay. Chime down in the chat if you know who this woman is. Okay, great. That means that some of y'all are watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Okay. Now, this young lady is what is going on in the water in Salt Lake City? Okay. So earlier this week, Angie K, wait, Angie K, somebody said one of them Angies. Angie K from Salt Lake City, she's a friend of the show, was, I guess, posted on her IG or someone else's IG. Okay. And she's pictured with a man with a White Lives Matter shirt on. Okay. And so people were dragging her to the depths of the planet. Okay. They was dragging her to the depths of the planet. And so Angie responds and says, I had no knowledge of the message on the back of the shirt worn by the man I posted for a photo with. The original photo was taken from the front. I do not stand by or support this message. Had I known this disturbing message was on his back, I would never have agreed to take a photo with him. I reject all racism in all forms. I have and always will stand for diversity and inclusion. And then she writes her name. So my question was, let me find out. I got to go back and look and see, okay, if this was actually posted on her page or not. Okay. I'm trying to find it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Because my thought is, if you posted this on your page, you saw it. No? Didn't you see what you was posted with? So I'm just going back through my notes and checking. I can't tell as of yet. But oh yeah, she was definitely being dragged for the filth, okay? being dragged for the filth. But here's my thing. Moreover, because I can't find it in my notes. Here's my thing. Is this really surprising to anybody? Okay. I mean, the way I see it, some of these Salt Lake City girls, not all of them, some of them that are hanging on the periphery, okay, seem to be a little suspect, you know, from what I can see. There's been all kinds of allegations that people were friends with people who were at the insurrection on January the 6th. There has been allegations of, of course, we had the Jenny Nguyen situations. There have just been all kinds of this type of drama coming from Salt Lake City. And it makes me wonder what is happening in the Utah. Okay. And do I need to stop I don't even really watch the show like that. I watched the first episode, I watched the last episode, and I watched enough scenes to know that we ain't get the truth about this black eye, okay, from Heather Gay. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. So I'm thinking to myself, like, I might be just good on y'all altogether. You know what I'm saying? Danielle says, if you've ever been to Salt Lake City, none of this will surprise you. Yeah, it's given. I don't know, man. I don't know if the juice of Salt Lake City is worth the squeeze anymore, because it just seems like we continue to get more and more just icky feeling type stuff, especially if you are a person of color. You just be like, damn, I can't escape this. Like, I mean, I want to be entertained by these people. I don't want to be offended by them. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it's just, even if she says that she didn't know, it's just a little too, I don't know, close for comfort for me. So I don't really know if I'm gonna be watching any of this reunion. I said I was gonna try to, but I just don't feel like I can stomach it. Okay. Um, the next thing that I happened to see, which I wanted to end this on something good, right? Or at least something quasi good for our midday meltdown, right? So I said, let's end it with some good news, okay? That had made its way around to the Yahoo, okay? And that is Miss Kenya Moore celebrated her 52nd birthday. Now, y'all know this woman does not bit more look 52, okay? At all. She looking right good, all right? So we want to send a shout out to Kenya Moore. But what we also want to recognize is that at least if the man cannot grant her the divorce that she has been looking for, okay, the least he can do is send her some flowers for her birthday, okay? So Kenya Moore posted to her IG story. She says, "Thank you for my flowers, Brooklyn and Mark." And it just, I mean, it kind of gives you like a little bit of hope that maybe, just maybe, she can finally come out of this situation. You know what I'm saying? And get to the other side. Cause at the end of the day, it's like, man, what you want? What you want? What you want? Her belongings? I mean, what you want? She had bought the house before you came into the picture, man. Just go ahead and let the woman go. That would be my suggestion, because I feel like we all over it. Cynthia has then gotten married, gotten a divorce, all in the span of time that Kenya Moore has been trying to get divorced. Did y'all realize that? Cynthia Moore. Cynthia Bailey then met a man, married a man, and divorced a man in the span of time that Kenya Moore has been trying to get a divorce. I mean, now come on with it now. Come on with it. Alicia says could have just said the flowers were from Brooklyn. But I'm sure Mark bought them for baby Brooklyn. Y'all know how we do it. Okay. I know y'all know. Okay. When you in a relationship, or if you got, I don't know, if you in a family, right? This is how I do. When I buy a card or something like that, I sign it. That card is signed from me. Like if I buy a card for my mom and my daddy, I'm signing it from me and my sister and my dogs. Okay. That's how I do. Happy Mother's Day. Signing my sister's name, signing my name, signing my dog's name. Y'all know how we do. Okay. Y'all know how we do it. Stop acting. Okay. Stop acting. Stop acting. Yes, sir, I would. For me, it's just I be so lazy about scheduling things that I feel like I be the problem, like with trying to like connect with other people, because as soon as I get off from here with y'all, I go right into the next bit of work that I'm trying to do, right? Like work. You know what I'm saying? So I be like, oh my God, like what's the best time to schedule? So I usually don't try to schedule with other people right now, because I don't want to frustrate them with like trying to schedule it, but I'd be open to collaborations with people. I support every other YouTuber on this platform, because especially y'all know my fellow creators of color. Y'all know. Now, Shireen, you need to come on now. Sign your sister's name to that card. Thank you, Mountain Kitty. I appreciate you. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's how y'all know how we do it. The dog, yes, the dog too. The dog gets a signature on the card. On the card. Everybody's fair game. All right. But yes, man, this was our midday meltdown. Okay. We had a little meltdown. We didn't spilt a little tea. But even in doing so, I do want to say to people, like, we hear these stories, coming, especially, again, I said it earlier, people can allege things all they want. Nope. So anyway, people can allege things, all they want to, but that doesn't always mean that is the truth. So you just have to we just take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? And then if it's the truth, then that will be up to Robin and Juan to figure out. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, oh God. So, like I said, with that being said, I just can't stop myself. As long as it was not this lady right here, okay, I'm happy about it. All right. Because if it was this lady right here, we would have a problem. Okay.